Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It is the first game of the NFL Rivalries program for 2025. Seahawks and Cardinals underway from State Farm Stadium. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with a rookie. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that put him and picked up 5 yards.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Hey, look at these two teams, rivals in the NFC West. It's been the Seahawks who have had the upper hand. They've won 7 in a row in this series. It's a rivalry that was born in 2002 when both teams joined the NFC West. Since then, a lot of great players have taken part in these matchups. You think about the Cardinals, Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolden, and then, of course, the Seahawks in the 2010s, the Legion of Boom era, and their victory in Super Bowl 48. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Lion.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you...
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
You look at this Arizona defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. T. Higgins, 30 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Cardinals 7. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, some strong running.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
21.
Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation,
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line.
and that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
The Seahawks send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first. Oh, they're on it too. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
On the return, Hester.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Herbert off of play action. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Third down and 13.
Hey, Ray. Set. 80. 21. Set.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's good.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now it's Herbert.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Looking outside, he's got a man. That's Smith. Touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead.
So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40.
Looking to put a drive together.
Set.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Arizona. 53 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 6 yards away. And the Cardinals are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
16. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And give him a gain of 37.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And this is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Here's Herbert. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. The RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And will be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Herbert now. He gets it to Thomas. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ray.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cards are able to cut into that deficit.
The Cardinals will line up.
They'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41. Looking to put a drive together. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it second down.
Second and 5. At the 47-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Seahawks. They'll take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Second and 1 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
A gain of 5. And the Seahawks first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Second down.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24 yards. And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Brings up third down and 11.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. In motion left is Higgins.
On third down, this is Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
A 25-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Herbert. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Number 50, hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A 41-yard gain. 1st down, Seahawks.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here
trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
There's a shoot. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the right side and complete to Thomas. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, go lion.
Herbert. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Herbert back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and on play action, here's Herbert. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his second touchdown up. Tonight, and the Cardinals have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listen in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Kappa. Step.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside game. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 6 yards away. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Rodgers. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a give, it's Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
The tackle made back at the 47.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And he is out of bounds throws, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll drop this down to Jackson. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That'll be caught by Hester. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They run with Thomas. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
This is Thomas. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Second and 14. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete as well. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a two-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
15 at the 39-yard line.
Ready, run!
Here's Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked out by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Cardinals take over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Set.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. He's got a full head of steam. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Cardinals strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point try now for Patterson. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Cardinals 52, Seahawks 45.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Musgrave, 59 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. Fighting through at the 25. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the ground, it's Thomas. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just said,
and this is going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10. On the give, here comes Jackson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here comes 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Toss play to Jackson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Jackson.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to almost certainly win the football game. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because